Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-September 2017 tarot reading. So, first thing that I'm feeling here is I feel like many of you are waiting for a big adventure. And I'm sensing like, you want to leave your past behind and you want to make like some type of a drastic change. This is wanting to work overseas, wanting to pursue new jobs, possibly in a different geographical environment. Others of you might also want to sell your property and just, want to live overseas, buy a property somewhere else, and just break out of your geographical location. And one of the things that's really holding you back from doing these things is that, you have family, you have friends, you have loved ones, and you feel like you're not ready to take that leap. You're not ready yet to be away from all these people that you really care about. But then there's this push-pull factor about, life is calling. And you want to make a change and you feel like you would be a lot happier. But then again, there's that pull factor, the pull factor, which is your loved ones are here. And you have to start over when you move elsewhere. You have to start over with making friends, with, having that routine, and also being so far away from your support system and your support network. So I feel like this idea of wanting to get away is still looming in the back of your mind, and you're not sure yet when it's going to happen. So I do see big plans, big adventures in store for you, but I feel like you're still on the fence about when you want this to happen. And I feel like once you make up your mind, things are going to start rolling for you and moving for you in a very fast-paced manner. I'm sensing for many of you, you might be in a relationship. You might be in a relationship here, and I feel like you're not growing anymore. Okay, so it's almost like, is this it? Is this all there is to this relationship? Is it right for me? Is it everything that I envision my relationships to be? Is it enough? And so there are a lot of questions that are coming up, for the next 2 weeks. Do I want more out of life, or am I okay? And I feel like you definitely want more. You want more out of life. You want more out of love. You want more out of your work, and you feel like you're settling. And so my advice here is take the time to process these feelings. Take the time to really, lay out what it is that you want, what you need to be emotionally and physically and intellectually and even philosophically. What do you need to be happy? Do you want a job that is challenging? Or do you want a job that allows you to help people? Do you want a job because of the financial abundance? Or do you want a job that has meaning? I feel like you need to really lay out these things and see if your current circumstances meet the criteria, to see if your current relationships meet the criteria. And I'm feeling, especially for those Sagittarius moon out there, a lot of the times, Sagittarius moon signs, okay? A lot of the times, you're constantly battling within yourself. There's this inner conflict about freedom versus closeness. And you're not entirely comfortable with closeness. You want freedom. You're a very expansive moon sign. So you expect the relationships, you expect the interaction that you have with another person to be life-changing, to teach you new things. And so it might not be fair to impose those types of expectations on a relationship partner, right? Like, we're supposed to do these things on our own. But I feel like you want a lot more movement, you want a lot more momentum and dynamism in your relationship sector, and you feel like you're not getting that. And I feel like the same energy is also extending across the work and your career sector. You have a new job that I feel like it's fun, it's enthusiastic because it's new. But then you're just like, okay, 2 more years down the line, is it going to be new and exciting and fun anymore? And where do I go after? So I feel like you're constantly, rather than living in the moment, you're constantly thinking about the next step. And that's fine, but it also deprives you of the joy and the fulfillment that can be had right this minute, right now, okay? I'm also sensing many of you, they're saying like long distance relationships. So if you're seeing each other from afar, I feel like you're really reassessing this relationship, and you might not feel like the two of you are in sync anymore. I'm also feeling as well, love-hate relationship, once again, it's coming in through family relationships. So it's almost like can't live with them, can't live without them. And I'm sensing for many of you, it seems to me like a sibling. Let me see. It seems to me like a sibling or your own children that you're dealing with, okay? They're very like assertive. They possibly could be very aggressive. But the bottom line is you have some fiercely independent people that you're dealing with. And I feel like you can talk to them, you can convince them and advise them till you're blue in the face, and they will do what they want to do. And so they're not really, asking for advice. And so just be mindful about that, okay? So I feel like they're stubborn. They're going to do what they want to do. And if you don't agree with them, they might minimize the amount of time they spend with you just based on the fact that they feel like you don't understand, okay? You don't understand what they're dealing with. You don't understand what they're going through. So I do sense that. And I also feel as well, for the next 2 weeks, I see you very, very busy. Very busy. And I feel like you might, Sagittarius, when you don't get enough sleep, you can't tend to be a little bit grouchy. Okay, just let me know if that's true. Because I feel like that might be, like some days you're just grouchy and you don't know why. And I feel like it's easy for you to bounce back. Like emotionally, you don't hold grudges. You're very happy-go-lucky and things don't really bog you down. But I feel like if physically you're not at your best, like lacking sleep, dealing with insomnia, dealing with muscle aches and pains, for example, you tend to be a little bit grouchy. So I feel like there is a very busy energy that I'm seeing for the next 2 weeks. So you might inadvertently be snappy at the wrong people or just, at inopportune times. So be careful about getting enough sleep. Don't wear yourself out. I see many of you working 2 jobs. I see many of you having like multiple streams of income. You're trying to make ends meet. And I feel like you might lose your patience when people are asking you the same question over and over and over and over again. And normally, you would be willing to explain it again. But I feel like you're getting a little bit snappy. So just be careful about that. Get enough sleep. If you feel yourself getting a little bit, surges of anger, step away from it. Okay, that's the best policy over across the board. Because I feel like when you get angry, you do get very upset. Okay, but it blows over quickly. But I feel like the other person might be hesitant about approaching you. So for example, if you're training a bunch of people and they keep making the same mistakes or they keep asking the same questions and it's redundant and you might get a little bit snappy, and then the next time they're in a jam and they want to come to you for advice, but they're afraid. Okay, so just be careful about that. The last thing that I want to end on here is first of all, I see here a water sign. So this is a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. I feel like for some of you, this is a relationship partner. This is somebody that you're really thinking about. And I feel like it seems to me like there is a lot of love involved here. But I'm seeing you as a very big person, and the person is very small. And I feel like you're thinking this person is not enough for me, is not enough for me. So I don't know if that applies to your situation, but I feel like you need to really re-examine what you're looking for in your work, what you need to be happy, what kind of partner you need to feel emotionally fulfilled. Because I feel this restlessness, and it's stemming from, it could be like an overall sense of like dissatisfaction in multiple areas. And then it might play out, in relationships when in fact it's not really the relationship partner. It could be you being very dissatisfied with the work that you're doing, not feeling appreciated, not feeling like it's all there is to life. And so you might inadvertently attribute your relationship partner to what's not making you satisfied, okay? So it's really important, Sagittarius, to really sit down and slow down and process your feelings so that you know where the feelings are coming from, so that you can assign specific reasons, specific causes to the feelings, and that you don't blend, different elements or different areas of your life. One thing could be going well and the other one is not, and you're mixing the two. Does that make sense? So slow down a little bit, okay? I wish you all the best. I'll be back for the October reading. I hope this energy clears up for you guys. It seems a little bit frustrating to deal with, okay? So I'll talk to you guys soon, and take care of yourself, okay? And just slow down a little bit for the next 2 weeks. Bye-bye.